You're on.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. One of the things I want to do first is just introduce myself. My name is Brett Bailey, and I am the new principal at Hamilton Heights Middle School. I've been at the high school for the last 5 years, 3 as an English teacher, 1 as the dean, and 1 as the assistant principal. And Mrs. Wright, she moved to the elementary. The principal position opened up there, and she wanted to take that. And so she made that move, and that opened up the high school or the middle school position here. And I'm really honored and very excited to get started working with youth, students, and also families as well. My goal when I come to work every single day is to help all students and staff become the best version of themselves, and to help them in whatever way that I can to help make that happen. And it does not happen without solid family support, and I really appreciate your commitment as families to have your kids participate in this work during the summer. And also I appreciate the teachers who are willing to give up part of their summer to not only plan, but also work with your students throughout this time. And if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to email me. My door is always open, and we are here to serve you. And we want to partner with you to help your child become their best. And I really mean that. I live here in the community. My son goes to the primary school, and my daughter in 3 years will also go to the primary. So I have vested interest, not only as a member of the community, but as my family's coming up through the school. I want it to be its best. And if you ever need anything, please let me know. Okay? Take care, and I'll look forward to seeing students here in a few weeks.
Thank you very much, Bailey. Welcome to the summer bonus session night. I am overwhelmed by how many people came out tonight to support your child's education. We are so excited to have you. We thank you so much for being here. There aren't a lot of places that you can have a summer parent meeting and have this many people here. This is absolutely fantastic. So we can click, please. All right, just to kind of give you an idea about the purpose of our summer bonus session, this is an opportunity for your child to do some practicing of math skills and English skills. And we kind of split it up. We tried to do half and half. So we were going to have a math teacher taking care of the math stuff and an English teacher taking care of the English stuff. And this is just a great opportunity to kind of jumpstart into the school year, to get those brains thinking about math and English and reading and writing and problem solving and all of those things, so that when school starts in just a few days, yay! When school starts in just a few days, I'm so excited, aren't you so excited? That it's just a really smooth transition, and sometimes it takes kids a little bit of time to get back into the school mode, and your kids will be ahead of the other, like they will have already been in the school mode for a little bit of time, and so we're excited about giving them the opportunity to have that jump start. Just so that you know how your child was selected, we looked at 3 things. We looked at results from last year's ISTEP. We kind of looked at that list first. Then we looked at some teacher recommendations. And then finally, this I think is really important, we looked at the kids that we thought were the most likely to benefit. The kids that are really close to passing, or really just on that verge of having major academic success, and we felt like they have the support, and they have the gumption, and they have, or maybe they have parent gumption, either way, that just this little push could make a huge difference in their either 6th grade year, 7th grade, or 8th grade year. So that is how we decided which kids would be invited. And then you let us know if you wanted to be a part of that, and now you are here tonight. The staff for our summer session, I am Emily Beechler. I'm the media specialist here at Hamilton Heights Middle School. I've been here for 14 years. This is my 15th year. I was a 5th grade teacher, and then I was a 6th grade teacher. I taught English, and now I'm in the media center. And so I was the administrator of all of this, kind of making lists and emailing many of you. And after tonight, I will step away from all of this and turn it over to the lovely and talented Mrs. Smith and Miss Dunges. So I'll let them introduce themselves at this time.
I am Stacy Smith. I am a special ed teacher. I work with all grade levels in all subjects, and I will be facilitating the math portion of the bonus session.
And I'm Miss Dunges. I'm a 6th grade teacher. This will be my 6th year here at Heights. Most people know that I'm a science teacher, but I've actually taught every subject in 6th grade here at the middle school, and I've spent the last couple years teaching some reading intervention classes as well. So that's kind of where the English background comes in.
Okay, so that is your summer bonus session staff. So let's talk a little bit about what this is going to look like this summer. So summer session starts on Monday, and a lot of this is going to be up to you as families to make some decisions about how much you want to get out of this summer session. There are 3 levels that students can work at. One of the levels is the 3-star level, then there's the 4-star level, and then there's the 5-star level. And Mrs. Smith is going to talk about, for math and for English, those mean different things. So Mrs. Smith right now is going to talk about what would be expected of your child to receive the 3-star level in math, and then what they would need to do in addition to that to achieve the 4-star, and then what they would need to do to achieve the 5-star. And the rewards vary for completion of each of these things, and we'll talk about that after we're done with all this other stuff.
Okay. For math, what we are going to do is use an online program called 10 Marks, and on Sunday I will post information that your child will be able to access about logging into the account that I've created for him or her and completing the diagnostic assessment. The diagnostic assessment will then generate an individualized program based on your child's performance. So the beauty of it is your kid will be getting what your kid needs. In order to complete the 3-star level, after completing the diagnostic assessment, each day your child needs to achieve a 70% on 3 assignments. And assignment is, it's a general school term, but it is also a 10 marks vocab word that is very specific. It will tell them exactly where they need to be. In order to, and then they're going to send me a screenshot, and I will post directions for how to send me a screenshot. That allows me to see, yes, indeed, this has been completed, instead of kids saying, yeah, I got 70%. It's not my first rodeo. I've met middle school before. I'd like you to show me that. In order to complete the 4-star level, this is very important. I had some kids during spring bonus session that did not understand this. In order to complete the 4-star level, your student will need to complete the 3-star level and earn 20 points in a jam session. Again, jam session is a 10 marks term. They will see on the screen, jam session. They should never start here, because if they don't complete this, they do not get credit for this. That's extremely important. And again, when you're done with your jam session, screenshot, send it to me. Great, mark that off the list. If they complete both of those things, in order to complete the 5-star level, they need to do this, and then this, and then I will post links to Khan Academy videos. Khan Academy is an online program that has instructional videos for all kinds of different academic areas. It is a great resource if your kid ever wants to do some extra learning. But I will post some specific videos based on what I know kids in middle school often struggle with, and gives them an instructional piece. And then they will post a qualified discussion in my big campus. Each day there will be an open discussion to which they can post a response. And I will have examples of what qualifies as an acceptable discussion post and what does not. I'll give you an example. I watched a video on subtracting integers. Does not qualify. I learned that to subtract integers, you actually add the opposite. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I can tell you did more than just read the title to the video. If they do all of these things, that is a 5-star level. Okay, but again, just like they never start here, they never start with a Khan Academy video. Okay? Did they get it all?
I think so.
And the English portion is set up very similar to Mrs. Smith's, the 3, the 4, and the 5-star. It's going to kind of build on itself as well. The English program that we've kind of set up is really geared towards reading comprehension and writing skills. So the very first level, the 3-star level, is just that. They will be reading and writing about what they've been reading. So they are going to choose a novel tonight. We have 4 novels picked out. They are at different levels, and I'm going to be available after our presentation to help kids decide which book they would like to read. They are to read that book for at least 20 minutes. I'm hoping that you get so into the book that you read beyond the 20 minutes. That is the goal. And then you are to, your student's going to post a discussion question on the book that they're actually reading. They need to do this, the reading 20 minutes, and the discussion post every day. We decided that they're going to do at least 4 out of the 5 days each week. So you could look at that as over the 2 weeks, they should be reading a minimum of 8 days and posting those discussion questions or discussion posts with that. Okay. Then the 4-star level, the same thing as Mrs. Smith was saying, they have to complete this first. But if they would like to go on to the 4-star, they will be doing this and then completing a Brain Pop lesson. Brain Pop is they're cartoon characters, and most kids are familiar with them, but they're short, like tutorial videos, 3 to 5 minutes on specific topics. Mrs. Beechler and myself have picked out 10 specific English language arts areas that middle school students seem to be weakest in. For example, I know there's one on main idea. There's another one on punctuation. Oh, would I love to see middle school students start with a capital letter and end with a punctuation mark. It is not very common to see that on a regular basis. So there's one on capitalization, punctuation, verb tense, things that as students you might be thinking, oh, I'm a little weak in that area. So you would be watching a 3 to 5 minute video and then taking a 5-question quiz that goes along with the video. This portion should probably not take you more than, I would say, 15 minutes. There are 10 lessons, but students will have a choice to pick from 8 of those. So there's a little bit of student choice there as well. So we got the 3-star, the 4-star, and then 5-star. Again, you have to complete this and this to get credit for the 5-star. The 5-star is honestly, it's just building on this. If your student picks a book, and we're asking them just to finish that book. The hopes is that you would finish the book on your own without any motivation, like internal motivation, but we are going to do the 5-star if you just finish the book and then complete a project. And the projects, there will be like a couple choices as well. They're not meant to be any more than, I would say, 20 minutes to complete the project. The nice thing about this is that, how many of you know about the reading project that students are supposed to be? The summer reading list? Okay. If students have already completed that summer reading list project, awesome. But if you are still working on it, or if you haven't started it yet, your student can use this to actually complete that project. They don't have to do 2 books, to complete that. They don't have to do like their summer reading book and this to get credit for that. So they will be earning the 5 percentage points for their first semester English language arts grade, but they will also be getting points for their summer reading project that they're going to be turning in that first week.
All right, so let's look at, we've got 2 more things to talk about really quickly. For program management, all of this is going to happen through My Big Campus. So before you leave here tonight, we need to know that your child knows how to get onto My Big Campus. The teachers will be communicating via messages in My Big Campus, and then your kids will be posting, all of these discussions will go through My Big Campus. There'll be announcements, feedback, all that jazz. Just for teacher sanity, if we could have the daily tasks done by 7 o'clock. There's no time when they can get up and do it first thing in the morning, they can do it at lunch, they can do it at 3, but if you could have it done by 7, that would just help when the teachers will then log in after 7 o'clock and see who's done things for that day. That helps a little bit. We talked about feedback through My Big Campus, and Ms. Dunn just kind of alluded to this, but what we expect for the minimum is that the 3-star level be completed 4 out of 5 days each week. So this is not something they have to do every day for the next 2 weeks. But if they could please do 4 days during the first week and 4 days during the second week. That gives them a day to kind of play with, and if you're at the zoo or the museum or whatever, you can take that day off. So that's what we're asking. So when it's all said and done, it will be 8 days of activity in those 2 weeks. Okay? And the last thing, she kind of alluded to this as well. So what if you do this? Other than the knowledge that you have gained and the jump start for the school year, which is, I think, reward in and of itself, we're also going to give you some points. So if you complete the 3-star level, if you just say, okay, I just want to do the minimum, I do want to get a jump start, but I just want to spend, a few minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes a day, that's all I can commit to, then at the end, if you complete that and you do 4 days the first week, 4 days the second week, you do the minimum, your first 9 weeks grade, if you're in math, will add 3% to your math 9 weeks grade. If you are in 6th grade, we will add 3% to your reading grade. 7th and 8th grade do not have a reading class, so that 3% will go into your English grade. That's awesome. Like, that's a lot of points, but it gets better. If you do the 4-star level, you get 4% added, and you gain even more knowledge, so your grades are probably going to be higher because you're smarter than you were, and that's exciting. And then last but not least, if you decide to do the 5-star level, you'll get 5%, not 5 points, 5% added to your math or your reading and English, reading or English. So that's big. It is up to the family to decide what commitment the family would like to make. But in order to get these points, you have to do the 4 first week, 4 days second week. Mrs. Smith and I did this during the spring intercession, and we had several that did they did 4 days the first week, and then the second week, kind of got, I don't know, I can't believe they would have gotten bored with it. I mean, that's crazy. But I don't know, something happened second week, and they did like 1 or 2 days, and they didn't finish it out, and so they didn't get any percentage points. They did gain knowledge, which is great, but they didn't get percentage points added to their 9 weeks grade. We will also slather upon you Husky Rock tickets. We will throw them into the air and you can roll around in them. We'll give you so many Husky Rock tickets to start the year. I don't know how many, whatever Mr. Bailey says is allowed. We'll sheets of Husky Rock tickets. Now I've said it, he's got to support it, right? So that is an overview of the program. In just a few minutes, we're going to put Mrs. Smith in a corner, where she belongs, Ms. Dunn in the corner, and then if you have specific questions that are specific to the math section, maybe you'd like to see what 10 marks looks like, or you want to talk to Ms. Dunn, just maybe pick out a book and you've got specific English questions, we're going to separate for that part. But at this point, are there any general questions over the program as a whole? Yes?
This is an administrative question more. What if we are busy for 2 days with the fair? Can we do 2 of those on the same day? On the days we're not.
When we did this during spring bonus session, there were kids who maybe we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we were busy, so we did an assignment on Saturday. The 7 o'clock cutoff point, like Mrs. B said, is really about our sanity, so that I know at 7 o'clock I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at what kids have done that day, and I'm going to mark it in my list, and then I don't have to be on the computer all day, every day, looking at things. If Ariel completes something that is past that 7 o'clock or on one of the weekend days, then when I log in the next day, I will see that and I will mark her down. We were very flexible, and our goal is to get kids to do this stuff. We want them to be, and so we are not going to be punitive. You know, you didn't do it, so you know, sorry about you, you're out of luck.
We want success.
We want success.
Absolutely. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Excellent. Yes.
How does it show up on Power School?
This will not show up on Power School until the end of the 9 weeks. And then we will email the teacher and say, don't forget to add so many %. And then they'll have to manually go in when they finalize grades and change their 93 to a 98.
So you actually have me concerned about the spring session now. I thought he did a pretty good job, but now I'm questioning if he actually got it done.
We can go back and look.
Okay.
I have all that recorded still, so yeah, we can check that out.
Some children lie.
I'm not going to say anything. Given that the door has been opened, experience has taught me that your child will benefit from your supervision.
Even if they're sitting at the computer.
Yes. If your child, for instance, says to you, yes, Mom, I did my work, you might say, show me.
All we have to do is do the screenshot that they send to you.
Absolutely, right.
Yeah.
That's, but if, for example, your child says, oh, I did send a screenshot, show me.
Yeah.
And on the reading side, like your student, I'm gonna go read upstairs, and actually, and you can open up a book and look like you're reading for 20 minutes.
Stare for 20 minutes.
I have seen that done. I've seen it done for an hour.
Yes. Reading is sometimes point your face at the book and turn pages when you think it's appropriate.
And that's where that, the qualified discussion questions and responses, like, I feel I'm a pretty good judge of if a student reads or not. And I can usually tell by their response, so.
And we encourage you to look at your child's MyBigCampus account. When they post that discussion, most likely Ms. Dunges is going to respond to that discussion. And you should see that. You should look at that. And sometimes Ms. Dunges, especially at the beginning, might say, good start. Next time let's make sure we have more detail. Give me a little more chutzpah or whatever. And so then you can see that response. And please, MyBigCampus is not their private life. You know, please, please, please get on there and check that out. Yes?
Will you have hard copy of that so I can explain it to my daughter?
I can make a hard copy of it. We're also of the whole PowerPoint. We're also going to post this on the school website under parents. We're videotaping the presentation tonight. We'll be posting that on MyBigCampus under parents.
And she has seen this before.
Oh, yes. And I can email it to anyone.
And any student who's doing the English session with me, there's going to be a bundle. I'll put this in when you get on to MyBigCampus, you'll see it. There is a bundle and it has all of this in it. There's a video for me explaining everything. It's all, basically everything we went over is in written form on the computer itself.
I see you got a master's degree, shove here reading.
Other questions? Really quickly before we split, emails have been coming to me, which I've appreciated and enjoyed wholeheartedly. Now they're going to start going to the teachers. So, and I should have put this on the screen and I didn't. Mrs. Smith's email, if you're in the math session, is smith, and all of that long stuff that you've sent to me at mail.hhsc.k12.in. It's all on the school website. But she is S. Smith. Ms. Dunges, she'll spell it for you.
It's KDOENGES. I can write it down for you.
It's on the website as well.
It is on the website. If you go to the faculty, click on it and it'll open up an email for you. So.
Okay. All right, if there aren't any other questions, how about the teacher? Oh, the last thing, devices. All of this can be done from your own personal device. If you have one, you want to use your own device. If you would like to use a school device, we will make those available to you. You will check them out tonight with a charger. You'll need to sign a user agreement because there's no rental fee for the laptops during this time. There's an agreement that says if you kill it, it's, you have to pay the full price, the whole jazz. We're going to be at the help desk, which if you've not been in our building before, You're gonna go back by the doors, go towards the office, turn right and turn left, or follow the group. And we're gonna go to the help desk to check those out. But you do not have to take one of those home. If you have a computer at home, you can do all of this from a computer at home as well. All right? All right. Oh, and those computers, students, those computers need to be returned to the help desk like on the first day of school so that we can get you your real device. Okay? You'll see Mrs. Smith and Miss Nudges.